Hey everybody, good Saturday morning, top of the morning to you. Hope you're doing okay today. It's kind of gray and wet and overcast here in Atlanta. I got up this morning and went and sat out in the garden house, the only little dry spot I could find. And so the morning post comes from that. It is 8:02 in the morning on this Saturday morning. So the morning post is I came out to sit in the garden house this morning to start the morning off. It is wet all over the porch and garden from the heavy rains last night. I can hear Latinos from across the street getting ready to take a neighbor's tree down. It is shameful what is happening to that community across the country. Who will they round up next? Gays? The Key Roadhouse has turned out to be a little more intense than I had imagined or hoped for. Anytime you start looking behind walls and pulling up floors, you could be shocked at how much rot and decay you find. Houses are a lot like people to me. Most have their own personality. They hold energies. They can put up a good front, but when you start peeling the layers back, you can find a lot there. Some people can go through life while living a secret life. An affair that lasted 20 years, stealing from work for years, a sexual addiction that went on for years, a Holy Ghost preacher who had to have a drink every now and then just to get through, no matter how much he fasted and prayed. Paul spoke about the foundation that Christ is built upon. You know, that place where he said, many will build wood, hay, and stubble, but every man's work will be tried even as by fire. But he spoke about that foundation that we build ourselves, Christ, upon. Is the problem with Christianity? The foundation is wrong, rotted, decayed. Accept Christ or burn in hell. It does seem like that foundation is starting to crumble. It's not holding up so well in 2025. It seems to be crumbling. There almost seems something unseemly about that foundation, ungodlike about it. Doesn't your soul, doesn't your spirit tell you that God is different than that foundation? Mine does. Many New Age teachers and preachers and thought provokers. I think right now Christianity is going through a revival like it's never went through before. The walls are being stripped down. The foundations are being jerked up. All those years in the 50s and 60s when so many people spoke about and prophesied, and prophets and prophetess said there's a great revival coming. I think this may be that revival. And people can call it New Age, New Thought, whatever you want to. But the old foundations of scare tactics and manipulation, and if you don't do this, God's going to strike you dead, and you don't accept this, you're going to burn in hell. The younger generation that is being raised up now, it's like, that's not God. Y'all knock that silliness off. God is a spirit. He's love. Christ in everyone. Anyhow, I done got sidetracked and got them. But newer age teachers, preachers, thought provokers are laying a more pure foundation around the teachings of Christ. Simply that, no one is left behind. No one is counted out. No one is left out. That Christ is in all. Those teachings seem more to the core of who we are, of who Christ is. It usually takes longer to get things right. You know, everybody can do a shortcut. My granny Bradshaw used to tell people, said, "Hon, there ain't no shortcut to glory." You know, but it does take extra effort and a lot of extra work to get things right in a marriage, in a life, in a business, in building a house back. To start from the ground up and do the hard work. Years of therapy, sometimes, to uncover all of the rot hiding in the walls of our heart. Some will just paint over the walls and cover over the floors and be done with it. When we put the floors down over at the little Key Road house, I will know underneath those pretty floors there was a solid foundation put under them. Yeah. It has been a journey for me, tearing down the walls of family religions, the letter of the law, and deconstructing everything I thought I knew in life, and yet loving Jesus in a different way, a more honest way, a more perfect way, mixed in with a lot of doubt and a lot of questions. Yet, it makes my love for his teachings even more sacred. I've come to like Jesus, not just being forced to love him. When I think about his short little period on earth and the profound things he would say, I kind of like him. Yeah. Maybe me and Jesus go have a beer sometime in the here by and by. Oh, y'all know he was a wine bibber. He'd love to hit the bottle every now and then. That's one of the things we love about him. Chainsaws are humming at 7:32 this morning. Make sure I'm recording before I do all this. Chainsaws are humming at 7:32 this morning. I can hear the Spanish being shouted from across the street as they take down a big tree. It's a shame, y'all, what that community is going through. Future generations will look back on this episode of our history with every bit as much disdain as the Japanese encampments. Wouldn't it be something if every preacher in every single church in the morning simply asked the congregations, all those evangelical congregations, big Baptist churches in Dallas, Texas, New Orleans, Atlanta, if every single preacher asked their congregation in the morning, what would Christ think about rounding up farm workers as they're running? One of them died yesterday in a roundup, trying to run to get away. If they just simply asked their congregations, what would Christ think about rounding up farm workers trying to make a life to feed their families? Something, isn't it? Something. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Abe and I are about to go get our walk in this morning. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, looking, clicking, saying hello. From the garden house this morning, which I came back inside now because I couldn't do it with them chainsaws going. From the garden house this morning, just as I was finishing this up, a ray of sun shone through the window. The picture over on my Facebook page, some of y'all come over and join me, send me a friend request or follow me. A lot of people follow me on Facebook but don't send a friend request. Interesting. I'm good with that. The picture over on my Facebook page, the Key Road house, getting down to the bottom of things. Love y'all.